Hello, this is Kade, and it's going to be a quick tutorial on how to land your ship. Especially with giant beasts like this, I found that the game actually tends to fail at auto-landing them, so being able to manually land them is quite important. Of course, in order to land them, we first have to take off in them, which we shall do. And it also shows you the quickest route to getting to the command module in these things. The Caterpillar, of course, right now in 3.0 is the absolute king of cargo running. Also the absolute massive cargo capacity that it has. But do keep in mind, never spend more than half your credits, because you can lose all your cargo if you disconnect from the server. Or not, you will lose all your cargo if you disconnect. And if you're not landed at a Port Olisar, Levski or Grim Hex. So let's take off first of all, and then to do that, flight ready.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
Come on. And sometimes it doesn't even want to take off apparently. What is going on here?
Launch complete.
Yeah, not exactly how I wanted it, but there we go. So, let's take a bit of a distance, because otherwise it would be a bit too easy, of course. The one thing you will notice is that it takes a lot of time for this thing to get up to speed and slow down, because it's such a big ship. So it's important to keep in mind when you're going to land it. Whoop. Okay, now I've got some distance away from us. Let's go back into the cockpit. Go for a full slowdown. And now in order to land at something like Levski, Grim Hex, or Port Olisar, of course you want to request a landing. So we go to menu, comms, and we have the Port Olisar landing services right over there. So we want to give them a call.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay, so we've got a landing bay assigned to us. First order of business then is to find out which landing bay. And it's that one. Okay. Now we're fairly close, so I do not want to go too fast. We're a bit low, so we're going up. So the first thing we realized, we're flying a really big ship. So acceleration, deceleration, everything takes a lot of time. So we just want to take this nice and gentle. If you're going in here at not even your landing gear, still raised full speed, you just kind of crash into the station or overshoot your pad. Another thing you want to do is level yourself out with the station. Again, with a big ship like this, you want to use very gentle movements in order to level yourself out. Now I'm getting closer. I'm starting to slow down. And at this point, I'm going to use the C key, Z key, to go to free look. And then we go to third person, because this is really important. Because in third person we get a good overview of where our ship is relatively to the pad. And also for landing on terrain, like you can see if the terrain is actually level, there's nothing in the way and things like that. So now I'm going for a full stop. I still need to go up a bit, sorry for the flickering, that's just one of the things it does. And I see I want to go a bit more towards the center of the pad. There we go. Now I'm still fairly level, but I'm a bit at an angle. So press the C key again and make a very gentle adjustment to make ourselves straight. There we go. We seem to be fine. Make a small bit of velocity forwards. Present ourselves over the pad properly. Slow down again. And now we want to descend. Now in order to descend, we're not going to hold down the key, we're just going to tap the key. Because if we're holding it down, we're going to descend at a fairly high rate, and you'll just crash into the terrain, which could damage your ship. But by holding down, or by tapping the key, we can go much more gently. And of course when we get close, we release the key, let it come to a stop, and then we finalize our landing. And there we go. A perfect landing.
Landing complete.
Set.
Doesn't say.
Landing complete. Next important thing is now you're landed, you can do either two things. Power off completely, or turn your engines off. Either of these things you have to absolutely do. Because especially if you're on somewhat uneven terrain, your ship can go bounce around, jump around and do very weird things. As soon as your engines are turned off or it's powered off, it will just stay where it is, no matter what. So, very important little thing to keep in mind there. I hope this is informative to some people that are trying to manually land their ship. Me personally, I always manually land my ships because I just find it fun to do. It's part of the challenge, and especially because I'm not the best fighter pilot, so this is one of the piloting things I can still take some pride out of. And it may do the same for you, it may not. As always, though, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.